Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, July 15th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take time to listen to my intuition. And today we have the moon continuing through Aquarius, which can spike those mental electrical vibes. We have the sun and Mercury drawing closer. They will be reaching a conjunction tomorrow. And so just like yesterday, we may have some mental spikes. That being said, there's some heavy astro today to be looked at. So today we have the moon crossing Saturn, and even though this is not a bad energy, Saturn just sometimes can be heavy. I'm really feeling the heaviness. The other heavy energy that we have is Venus and Pluto in an inconjunct. So Venus and Pluto in an inconjunct, not necessarily seeing eye to eye energy, not knowing how to work together. And I feel like there may be a little power struggle, whether it's within ourselves, within the world, all of the above going on with this inconjunct. This is where I actually want to start. You know, Venus has many energies that it represents. It can be our gifts, it can be our relationships, it can be money and our worth, which just is a whole can of worms, right? And then we meet up with Pluto. And Pluto is where we can see, like, very clearly when Pluto comes and works with us, where we have given away our power and where we need to step up into our power. There's a line of authority that goes with this as well, because Pluto is currently in Capricorn, and Capricorn can really represent that authority. And so we're having, like, again, like this, I'm not seeing eye to eye. So whether it's money issues, and it's not seeing eye to eye is like the way the world is currently handling finances, right? However, what I love about this, and this is where like the intrigue works, in the sign of Gemini, we have the twins. So you may have, with Venus and Gemini, the one twin, that part of yourself that's unaware of where there may be some mirroring going on. And then there's the aware part of yourself. Maybe it's your subconscious. Maybe you're not consciously aware of this. But there's this part of yourself that's like, oh, here's a mirror here. And that's what I think we need to look at in this. If you are facing any power struggles in this energy between Venus and Pluto, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's with money, your personal gifts, being able to look at the mirror. Now, when it comes to mirrors in the universe, they are not as simple and straightforward as, you know, the mirror that you would go buy down the street, right? Sometimes they're funhouse mirrors. Sometimes they're upside down opposite mirrors. It's finding where there is something vibrationally entwined that's like causing the rumination. Does this make sense? I hope this is making sense. I swear Aquarius is downloading this through me. So that's what we want to be aware of, is where is there a similar, or even if it's not the same vibration, like this could be an opposing vibration, but it's on like separate side of a coin. So this would be like simple. I don't necessarily think that they are the same, but like love and hate, we'll just use those like as two sides of the coin. So be aware of that in the energy. You take your power back when you can recognize where you are feeding energy in. All right, so that's the name of this Venus-Pluto in conjunction. However, it may just feel really heavy. I find a lot of times with Pluto energies, they knock me out. And if it knocks you out, it's because there is some deeper transformational work that needs to come through. And I find a lot of times after the knockout, when I like come back to life, I'm like, oh, and I get this deeper realization. So be aware of the knockout in this as well. And like I said, there may be just some power struggles within relationship, but see where in the funhouse mirror is this pointing at something for you to recognize within yourself. Like I said, the moon moving through Aquarius is making the rest of the connections. There's a square with Uranus the first part of the day, so definitely feeling some triggery energy going back to our energy mantra, letting your intuition help guide you through these energies. How are you being called to move through? I have to say, I love this. I have the healing card for today. And so even though there's heaviness, healing is part of this work. Healing and listening to your guidance in regards to how you are being called to show up, recognizing the mirrors, recognizing, I'm getting like image of like the smoke in the mirror too, recognizing the illusions. We don't have like a strong Neptune pull today, but that's coming through as well. So we wake up, we have some of those triggery energies, then we have Saturn coming down hard on us, Moon and Saturn, feeling that responsibility. But remember, when it comes to true responsibility, it is responsibility. You have the choice always to respond in a way that's true to your soul. And so that's what's encouraged in this energy as the Moon and Saturn hit. And part of that is, again, recognizing the vibrational nature of things and what is your engagement with the vibrational nature of whatever is showing up for you. Like, that's the thing. Like, this feels so broad. I think this is going to show up for a lot of different ways for people, and it may show up in multiple ways. Part of that Venus and Gemini energy, it may be relationships and money, or gifts and relationships, or gifts and money, right? So just be aware of that through the day. We do end the day with the Moon and Venus trining, which is nice. Like, it feels like it feels like a really good conversation with a friend, whether the friend is your universe or something else, but that's how the day kind of ends up. As the Moon in Aquarius connects to Venus and Gemini, some kind of gathering energy definitely feels good in this. But listen to your intuition. How's your intuition guiding you? We have the slowing down card for today. This feels like taking the time to get grounded first thing in the day when you wake up. And you being grounded means that you're going to be handling any of those things thrown your way much, much, much better. We do have the outsider and clinging to the past here. So there may be some inner child stuff coming up in this. I always get that from the outsider card. Some really old stuff. And this may be tied to your gifts, maybe tied to money. But look to your inner child if you're feeling the stress and you can't really identify that energy, because that might be where you're being called to show up. So, leaving that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.